Radical.
Hey, what's up? Radical Rick here. I hope you guys and gals are doing great. I hope you enjoyed the hour-long compilation upload, the collection of all my uploads talking about Jirard the Completionist from 2020 through 2021. That took a while in editing, but I think it came out pretty well. You know, I'm not the channel to go to if you want the latest breaking news on what's going on with Jirard's situation on his YouTube channel, his situation with, well, I try to keep up with what's going on his YouTube channel, but the situation with his Full Pockets. Did they change the name to Full Pockets Foundation? No, it's Open Hands. Okay. Sorry about that. Should be Full Pockets because they're holding on all the donations. If you want the latest breaking news on that, then you want to check out Karl Jobst says he'll have a new upload on the situation. I saw it on a Reddit thread. I'm not sure when he's going to upload it, but he says, he quotes, a lot of that family is going to jail. Yeah, so this could be a whole lot worse than we even could have imagined. Well, not me. I mean, I imagine it's pretty damn bad, but I think some people might be really shocked when all this comes out. So I'm looking forward to that upload from Karl Jobst. I still got to do a response to Muda's second upload on this, but this is what we're going to do right now. This is what we're going to do. My bread and butter has always been responding to comments, giving my thoughts on comments on YouTube, specifically comments up under YouTube uploads. It's always what I've done here for several years. So we're going to continue that trend. And instead of sharing my thoughts on some great comments like I've done before, we're going to read some stupid fucking comments under the last upload from Karl Jobst. And then I'll explain why they are stupid, are just wrong, are in fact damaging. Okay. Link Vegeta says about Karl Jobst's last upload, this was an absolutely terrible way of going about the situation. If anything, it gives red flags about you too, Karl. I unsubscribed from Muda because of how awfully he handled this too. You guys are not the police. You can bring it to people's attention without looking like a big piece of shit yourself. Well, before I go into the second comment here, I told you all, I informed whoever would listen in several uploads that the completionist, Jirard, was in fact a huge piece of shit back in 2020. Some people chose to listen to me. Most people did not. Specifically, the fans of Jirard the Completionist came and they told me I was wrong. And I was not wrong. I was right. He was a piece of shit. It's just a question of how smelly of a piece of shit he was. Whether he was a vile, disgusting piece of shit. Well, I mean, there's no such a thing as, like, I guess certain shit can be runny. You know, I'm not going to get into the different types of shit. It's just a question of what kind of shit is the completionist, not if he's a piece of shit or not, what kind of a piece of shit he is. So, you know, I see this kind of comment and I understand there's maybe like, there's a lot of people that are acting like they are the police on YouTube, but bringing things to people's attention and then giving your thoughts on it. I mean, that's not being the police. That's just bringing something to someone's attention, giving your personal thoughts on it. At no point do I see Karl Jobst talking about what kind of sentence Jirard should get. At no point in this upload is that. He basically showed his proof, gave his thoughts in that upload just like Muda, and I think they handled things pretty well. So could you imagine unsubscribing to Muda because of how bad he handled the situation? I mean, could you imagine being such a fanboy for Jirard the Completionist that you can't see even after being presented with everything that was fucked up about that situation, thinking that they handled the situation wrong? That's stupid, incredibly stupid. And the replies to this, I mean, good replies. Daedalus89 says, your boy's a scammer. Nothing going to change that. Papa Dante, laugh out loud. Imagine thinking Karl is the bad guy here. Watch Phase 6836. So what exactly did Karl and Muda do wrong? Looks to me like they were as generous toward Jirard as possible. Yeah, they were generous. They were generous even on that call with him. They didn't start yelling at him. They didn't start, saying that the police should visit us. No, they started being very nice to him. They gave him time to prepare. Imagine, he had time to prepare for that call, and he still fucked it up. They gave him everything possible. It's like they were like trying to get him to explain the situation. So then if he did, they could have update uploads. They could have update uploads saying that, hey, you know what? We got some things wrong. We're going to have Jirard on. He's going to talk about some things, right? I mean, they handled that differently than I would have handled it, I tell you right now. Because believe me, if Jirard came to the channel, he's not going anywhere, by the way. I think his lawyers have told him to not go anywhere and not do anything. If he came to my channel and got in the comment section, I would tell him exactly what I thought about him. I wouldn't be friendly and nice to somebody that's a piece of shit on that level. KRFG8SX. And the most diluted take in the comment section goes to, congratulations, it's you. And then there's like, okay, watch out. If you see this Karl Jobst, telegram me, Karl Jobst. Do not telegram him. That is not Karl Jobst. He does not leave hearts and emoji Christmas trees. All right, so Karl, you need to delete that commenter. So a little criticism for Karl Jobst. You need to get in your own comment section and pay more attention, sir. You need to pay attention to scammers like that in your own comment section. Karl, hello, Karl. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of those scammers. You don't want to buy scammed on your own comment section. That's what they do. I mean, you see that everywhere. It was on my channel also. Somebody took my icon and said Telegram, and like, no, I shut that shit down real quick. Oh man, this one takes the fucking cake. Solo Nar TM. Are you joking? Games Done Quick has provenly done worse than any of the allegations presented in this vid, and yet Karl is backing them. How do you not see the dangers of this type of content and thought process, as it will and has destroyed something or someone online that is completely innocent? How about when you guys tried to identify the Boston bomber online, or the countless people wrongfully canceled from fabricated claims? You really just believe anything that is presented in this vid without ever questioning it for yourself? Seriously? What about the fact these creators collaborate to manipulate the algorithm by uploading together to create a wider audience that actually rivals that of the Completionist? Just look at the comments. This is a new low, but the writing was on the wall from 2010. Really? Wouldn't a more reasonable take be to wait until we know more information before we label others as completely terrible human beings with absolutely no redeeming qualities? As per your comments and Karl's presentation, I watch this video and think, this doesn't add up. This isn't making sense. Why is the money just sitting there? A very depressing large majority of you have already made up your mind when there has been no real evidence presented beyond scumbag creators that provenly manipulate social media. There is nuance when there's discussion, and creators like Karl and Ordinary Gamers seek to destroy this nuance everywhere online. You and those like you are unconcerned with the truth or justice, only consumeristic drama. Enjoy licking the boots of clout-chasing drama tuber scumbags. Then there's more that he goes on to, but that's a very stupid comment. But towards the end, there is a truth that I can agree with. There are people in the world, there are people on YouTube right now that would fit the category of drama tuber scumbags. I mean, Keemstar still uploaded, didn't he? So there are people like that fit that category. But it's almost as if this person doesn't understand that there is a need on a platform like YouTube for people to express themselves, to have critical satire, to call out people for things like, oh, I don't know, withholding charity funds to a dementia charity. One of the worst things that anyone has ever done, period. So it's basically giving some leeway to these individuals. Basically, like I get an idea that it can be very damaging If you upload something about somebody, talking about somebody, presenting some truth about somebody, it can be very damaging. Well, no shit. You know what else is very damaging? Hey, Solinar, TM, you know what else is very damaging? Taking people's money, telling them it's all going to charity, and not taking that money and giving it to the charity. Like the focus here from Solinar TM is not focusing on the allegations that have not had any response yet. The very real allegations, no response to that. But you're calling scumbag creators? So you're making that leap here. That's why this is one of the stupidest comments I've ever read, even though there is a legitimate argument about nuance and how there are some people out there on YouTube that are drama tuber scumbags. There's nuance here, sure. But you're making that leap to actually call Karl and Muda scumbags for covering this, scumbags for revealing this, scumbags for even looking into what's going on with Jirard the Completionist. That's what happens. That's what happens. You have people that don't understand that there should be means for people to openly express themselves and give their thoughts and their opinions. And if they have concrete proof that someone is withholding through their own charity funds that they have been donated, they shouldn't feel scared to upload and expose people. I get how people say that people shouldn't act like the police on YouTube. There's the actual police. There's actual authorities. And there's actual jail time and fines that could be paid and served for people that break the law. But Muda and Karl, they are not those people. You know who is that person? And if the post from Karl recently bears true, there's a person right now that could be facing some legal consequences, and that is Jirard the Completionist. This is beyond drama tuber scumbags. This is beyond even someone like me rightly calling Jirard a piece of shit from years ago, because the guy's a piece of shit. And I gave many different details about why he's a piece of shit. This is beyond that. This goes into legality. This goes into, again, I must bang my fist on the fucking table. This is a man's own charity lying to people about where their money was going. I don't know about you, but that's one of the worst things someone can do. Just lying to somebody about where their money is going is one of the worst things you can do. But when it involves a dementia charity, that's one of the worst things. And that's right now what a lot of people online, like myself, like Karl, like Muda, are discussing. We are not the scumbags in this situation.